Hi math friends, we're going to check out our long division introduction today. Hopefully this is also a good refresher for you based on what you've done in the past and what we're doing in class. So here I've got 28 divided by 2 and 745 divided by 5. First I've got my dividend. The first number that I'm dividing is called my dividend. I'm going to type that in, dividend. And that is way too big. So my 28 is my dividend. And then the number I'm dividing by is my divisor. Okay? When we make our long division, we typically make it with this kind of symbol. And we like to say dividend in the house. So my dividend goes here. And then my divisor is on the outside. Let's make that smaller so it fits. My divisor goes here. All right. So when we do this with our numbers, we need to not think of like a big number, small number, because it doesn't always work that way. In this case, it does. The bigger number's inside, but it's because my dividend is in the house. Right? Now, when I do long division, I have to know my multiplication facts well, because I'm thinking, how many times does 2 go into 2 without going over? 2 goes into 2 once. Now I multiply. 1 times 2 is 2, and then I subtract from this place value only. Okay. Now I'm going to drop down the 8. Now I have 2 going into 8. So I think of my multiples of 2. 4. 4 times 2 is 8. Multiply, and then subtract. I have no remainder. My final answer is 14. Let's check out the same idea with 745 divided by 5. So I'm going to go 745. Drew that very poorly. I apologize. 745. Dividend in the house divided by 5. Now 5 goes into 7 once without going over, right? Because my multiples would be 5, 10. 10 would be too much. 1 times 5 is 5. So in this case, I got this leftover bit. I've got 2. Drop down my 4 next to it. How many times does 5 go into 24 without going over? 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, so knowing my multiples is going to be faster than me counting each time. So it's 4 times. 4 times 5 is 20. And notice how with my quotient, with my answer, I'm putting them right above the place values. And I've got 4. Drop down the 5. 5 goes into 45 without going over 9 times. 9 times 5 is 45. So in this case, I have no remainder. My final answer is 149. Let's check out 2 more examples. This is where we're going to say we do have a remainder, and what do we do with that? So 413 divided by 4. I'm going to draw my division symbol. Dividend in the house divided by 4. Now I do 4 divided by 4, that's once. Okay, now this is a really good example here because now I have 4 going into 1. It does not. Since it does not, I need to have a 0 here for place value. My answer is 100 something. It's not in the tens. 4 times 0 is 0. Keep following this algorithm and you're okay. 3 drops down. 4 goes into 13 3 times without going over. 3 times 4 is 12. And this time I have a remainder. So what we learned before was to write this, remainder 1. We're going to change this into a mixed number here. What this means is my final answer, my quotient, is 103. And look, I'm going to put my remainder in the numerator and my divisor in the denominator. So 103 and a fourth. Let's try the same for 891 divided by 7. Seven goes into 8 only once without going over. 1 times 7 is 7. Subtract. Drop down my 9. 7 goes into 19 twice. 2 times 7 is 14. Subtract that. I get a 5. Drop down that 1. 51. So I know my 7. 7 times 6 is 42. 7 times 7 is 49. So that came really close to 51. 7 times 7 is 49. And I have 2 left over. I have no more digits over here, so I have remainder 2. Now with my remainder, I'm going to change that into a mixed number. This is 127, and 2 is my remainder. 7 is my divisor, so that's my denominator here. 127 and 2/7. All right, so we hope this helps. Look at these examples. Look at the notes that you have. Keep doing good practice. You got this with practice.